Hi, so in this chapter we will learn about Python file handling. Okay, look, file handling is actually a very crucial part of any web application, and in Python there are several functions for creating, reading, updating, and deleting the files. Okay, we have a separate modules called pandas for handling the files, but right now we will discuss something about the inbuilt function, whatever is inbuilt in Python. Okay, so here in this series of file handling, we will first know about open function. Okay, open function, this open function basically used for working with files in Python. Okay, and it takes basically two parameters. This open function takes two parameters. The first parameter is the file name. Okay, and second parameters is actually mode. Okay, and in this mode there are four main method. The first method, this is not a syntax, here I am just writing for your concern so that you could understand clearly. Okay, so in the four method which defines a mode are basically, the first method is read method. Okay, it is a by default value and it opens a file for reading, and if the file does not exist then it will show you the error. Okay, second method is so called a is defined as append. Okay, this append method opens a file for appending and then it creates a file if it does not exist. Okay, the third one is w method. W is basically write option. Okay, it opens a file for writing and it creates the file if it does not exist. Okay, and the last one is the x method. Method is basically for creation. Okay, you can create a specified files and even it can return an error if the files exist. Okay, it doesn't overwrite. You should understand this. Okay, so now let's go to the practical side, because this theory part is almost completed, and even I want you to know one more thing. There is two more type. Okay, there are two more type. Let me show you. Just suppose if you want to use a text value in a text mode, then you can also use the t here, t. Okay, and for binary mode you can use p. These two modes are not very commonly used, but these four modes are a, w and x. It is most used. Okay, so now let's do some practical part. Just suppose I have a file. Okay, so let me create a file first. Okay, in this Anaconda you can create a file via this module where you will run the Jupyter. Okay, so let's create new and a text file. So this is untitled.txt. Let me change the name. Let's save it by demo file. Okay, save it. Okay, save it and just cancel it. You can see demo file.txt is created here. It is just in the path. Okay, so now, okay, Control A, Control C, we need to restart the kernel. Restart so that it could get the file. Okay, so now it's restarted. Okay, let me create a variable named f. Okay, and I want to open that demo file, so I'll write open and then round brackets and then the name of the file, demo file.txt. Okay, you can give the whole path also, but I have saved the file in the local folder, so I am giving just the name. Okay, so one more thing, I look, I have already opened the file, but there is nothing written, so output is 0. Okay, there is one more thing I want you to know. This method, this open method, is same as a method which I am showing you. Or if you will write like this, open, like demo file dot txt, okay, and comma rt. Okay, if you will write like this, this code and this code is almost same. Why? Because here R is for read, okay, and T is for text, what I told you here. Okay, R is for read and T is for text, and these both are the default values. If you will not write this, then the code will take it like this. You don't need to write this because this is the default value. If you will make it empty, then code will automatically read this in this mode. R means read and T means text. Okay, you don't need to specify them, but make sure the file exists, otherwise you will get an error. Understood? So now let's open it first. This I open. Okay, so now let's write something in this file, in this text file. Let's write hi, my name is Sharad Khare and this is my tutorial IL. Okay, let me save it, save, and I closed. Now let me restart. You need to restart the kernel so that every file could get uploaded correctly. Okay, if you will not, then also it will show you the output, but in certain cases it will show you the error. It will show the file not exist or something. Okay, so now let's do it again. We want to open and I want to print whatever context is in the demo file.txt. So to open the file, we will use the open function. Okay, and this open function actually return a file object which has actually a by default read method for reading the content of the file. Okay, so same thing I am doing again, open, and then what, demo file dot txt. Okay, then I'll read by a mode called R. R is used for reading. So here I am giving command, I want to read whatever content is in demo file. Now I want to print it, print f dot read. Okay, so if I'll run this, some spelling mistake is there, demo file. Okay, here I need to functionize it, sorry, because it is a sub module, right? So I need to functionize it. Now if I'll run this, then you can see, hi, my name is Sharad Khare, this is my tutorial. The thing what I have written in the demo file, it is now printed. We call it via open method. Okay, and if the file is located in a different location, just suppose in any case, then you need to specify the full file path, because here I have located it in local folder. If you want to give it a full path like C drive blah 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 slash blah blah blah, then you can use the full path, otherwise it will throw you an error, an exception will occur. Okay, and just suppose in a case, just suppose I want to read only some parts. of the file. Okay, this is usually done for the heavy file. Okay, so by default the read method actually returns the whole text. Okay, but you can also specify how many characters you want to return. Okay, so like this, in this file you can see there are several characters. Like, okay, if just suppose I will count it by indexing, then h is 0, I is 1, so 0 1 comma is 2, space is 3, then 4, then 5 6 7 8 9 10, maybe up to 20 or 25. Okay, so now just suppose I want to write only 10. I want to write up to a name or up to my or up to anything over here, so I'll prefer the index. Okay, so how it can I can do this same thing. I'll do open demo file .txt, then for reading I'll use R method. Okay, and then I will print this. Same method I'll do f dot read and I'll functionize it. Okay, but here in the round bracket I will mention, let's say 10. So 10 is the index number by how much character you want to print. So if I'll run this, hi my name E, if I'll print 11, then the name will be printed, hi my name. Understood? So like this you can read and print only some part of the file, whatever is required. You can do this. Okay, and even you can read line by line. If just suppose you have 4 or 5 lines. Okay, just suppose paste 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 paste. Okay, here let me change it to something so that we could refer it. Okay, I have changed something. Okay, so that we could refer. Now I have saved this and let me restart the kernel. Okay, so now read lines. Okay, so for this same I will copy. Let me copy this whole thing from here and then paste. Okay, because almost this thing are same. So f open demo file.txt and I am reading through R. Now I'll print f dot, I will not use open, I will use read line. Okay, so and if I'll run this, it's shown me the read line option line by line. This is the first line. So by default, actually by calling read line 2 times you can read the first 2 line. Okay, just suppose here I have printed it only 1 time, so it printed only 1 line. Just suppose I will print I'll print it again, f dot read lines. So what it will do, it will throw me the second line also. Look, the second line is change, right, what we have given here. First line and this is the second line, WEWED. Understood? So here what I mean to say, if you will print read line 1 time, then it will print only first line. If you will call read line 2 times, then you can read the first 2 lines. Okay, if 3 times, then first 3 lines. Understood? A simple method. But just suppose there are 100 lines, then in practical scenario you can't print every line step by step, right? Read line 1, read line 2, 3, 4, 100 times you can't print. So for this we can use loop. Okay, remember you have learned loop in the previous videos. By looping through the lines of a file, you can read the whole file line by line. Understood? So let me paste it again. Let me create a heading, looping through lines. Okay, so F open demo file.txt and read, then for X in F. Okay, and what we will do, we will just print X. We have already seen this loop concept, for loop concept in the previous chapters, and if I'll run this, then it shown me all the content whatever is in the demo file. The first line, second line, third line, fourth line, all the lines. Okay, so here you have seen the open concept. Okay, we have a close concept also, because you have opened the file, now you need to close also, so that you could finish your task. So close files. Okay, so look, why closing file? Because it is a good practice to always close the file when you are done with it. Okay, so for closing the file when you are finished with it, you just need to compile some different codes, right? So F, I have opened the file, I have read it, now I am printing it via F dot let's say read line. Okay, and now I want to close it, so F dot close and functionize it. If you will run this, then the file will get closed. Understood? It is closed right now. If just suppose in global variable or in local variable you want to read this, then automatically it will throw you an exception that the file is now closed. Understood? And you should always note one thing. In some cases, due to buffering or due to changes made to a file, it may not show until you close the file. Okay, just suppose you have written some other lines in this F file and you forgot to close it, then maybe you will not get the changes due to buffering. So for this scenario, you always try to close the file so that you could get the proper output of the file. Understood? So this is the open and the close thing. Now let's see how to write a file. Python file write. Okay, so I have told you there is two more method, append and write. Okay, we have seen this in starting, append and write. Okay, this is append and this is write. So now let's see it. Okay, so to write to an existing file, you must add a parameter to a open function, right? We have written this whole thing already. Okay, so we will not add anything more, but for example we will do. Okay, so as I told you, A is called an append. A is append. Okay, let me write it. Append, and W is what? W is write. Okay, and it will overwrite an existing content. Remember this. So let me create a demo file. Let me create a demo file 2. Okay, here I don't want to means edit this. It is demo file 2.txt. okay, now there are two files. Save. Okay, demo file 1 means demo file plain and demo file 2. Now we will use this in demo file 2. Let's restart the kernel. Okay, so f open demo file 2.txt and I am using the read mode. So now let's replace read mode to a, means append. Okay, I want to append. So now after opening, f is equal to not f dot write. I want to write it. Okay, so I want to overwrite the content. So here let's say now the file has one more content. Okay, this I have written, and now let me close it. Let me close the file. Okay, so I have opened the file, I have written dot, I have written this sentence. Now I have closed it. Now let me read it again. Now open and read it again. Okay, so that you could know the changes will happen or not. So f is equal to, now open, then demo file 2.txt, right, and we will use the read mode. Okay, and now I want to print it via f dot read. I want to read it, but functionize it. If I'll run this, okay, now you can see in the file this content is already in the file. It was already in the file, and now there is one more line. Now the file has one more content. What I have added here, we have appended something, right? We have appended in the last. Now the file has one more content. Okay, so this is for adding one more thing. And what if there is a overwrite content? Overwrite has w. Here we are using a. Now we will create a demo file 3, and from that file we will use the write method. Okay, so let's create it. New text file, and demo file 3.txt, and let me paste the same content. Okay, and let me save it. So this is the demo file 3 text, right? Let me restart the kernel again. Okay, so now we will read and write, means overwrite the demo file 3. So okay, for overwriting the content, it is a heading actually for you people to understand. So let's do the same thing. Open, and then demo file 3.txt. okay, now let me read it. No, let me write it. I want to overwrite it, right? So f dot write. What I'll write? I will write yes, I have deleted the content. Okay, and now after writing I will close the file. CLOSE, I will close the file. Okay, now I will again open and read the file after overwriting. So what will I do? I will again open the file. I will use open and then demo file 3.txt. okay, and then I will read it via R mode, and then I will print f dot read so that I could read the file via functionize. If I'll run this, then yes, I have deleted the content. I have got this. And if you will see in the output in this demo file, you can see all the content what we have pasted here is now deleted, and this I have written overwritten it. Understood? This is a basic function of file handling. You should always remember one thing: W method will always override the entire file. Okay, and just suppose if you want to create a new file, then you can create a new file by open method by using X. Okay, here I am not showing you the thing because I don't want to show you via this method, otherwise we have some options also. Okay, so now what something is left. Okay, this file handling method is almost closed. Now I will show you the last one, how to delete the file. Okay, how to delete the file, it is also important. So for deleting the file you must import the operating system module and run its OS remove function. Okay, so so for this, first you need to import the OS. Okay, you don't need to install it, it is by default installed in every machine. Okay, so import OS. So and for OS dot remove, let's suppose I want to delete some demo 3 file or something, then demo file let me create it, then I can delete it. Let me create a file. Here deleting file, the name is deleting file.txt, DELE, deleting file.txt. okay, let me write something and let me save it. Okay, so deleting file.txt, now I will delete this file. Let me restart the kernel so that the file will get uploaded. Now import os.remove, not demo file, deleting file, DELETEING file.txt. Spelling is same, LETING. okay, this E is not there. Okay, file.txt, right? If I'll run this, it not shown me in an error. Okay, how to delete? Name deleting file is not defined. Deleting. Spelling is somehow changed. Oh, sorry. Here what I'll have to put it in the inverted comma because it is a string, right? So now let me delete it. Okay, now no error means the file got deleted. Let's check there also. You can see the file is not here, but let's check via this whether the file is exist or not. Checking whether the file exists or not. So how to do this? The same thing we will do. Import OS. Okay, and we will use the if statement. If os dot path dot exists, what? The path of the file, which is deleting file dot txt. The name was the same, I think. Yes. Then os dot remove. The same, you need to put the file name, deleting file dot txt. Okay, or means else print what? The file does not exist. Understood? So in this code, what we are doing, first we are checking via the OS module that in the path deleting file exists or not. But in this case we have already deleted it, right? So else condition will get true. If the file will get exist, then it will remove the file. OS will remove the file. Otherwise, if it it didn't find the file, if the file is not exist, then it will throw me a message, then the file does not exist. Okay, so let me run it. Okay, the file does not exist because the file is already deleted, right? So this is the basic function of the file handling. I know the chapter is somehow lengthy, but it is very important chapter. You need to learn all the concept of file handling again and again. If you are getting confused by any one of the modes, then just go to the video again and again. Read mode, append mode, write mode, create mode, text mode, and the binary mode. Okay, I have shown you by every example. Okay, just go through the video and let me know if you are confused or if you find this useful. Just drop a comment. If you have a confusion, I will instantly sort it out. Okay, so hope you like the video. Let's go to the next chapter. Okay, bye bye.